Well, Fani Willis finally gives a defense for her outrageous actions of being a homewrecker. And we're going to address America's favorite topic of race. Let's just obsess on our race, our genetics, our skin color, because that's where happiness comes from. Welcome to Doug in Exile. I'm Doug TeNapel, just a barely literate honky weighing in on the news. Let's get to it. I'm going to start with this. This is Babylon Bee. They're a parody site. And they're doing Chick-fil-A training white employees to say, my privilege. I don't think I can go too far into today, it being Martin Luther King Day, to say that I love Martin Luther King. What he stood for is very important. Now, I see a lot of articles today coming out excoriating him for possibly being a communist. When they wiretapped him, they found him laughing at a woman being raped, that he had multiple affairs, that he was a plagiarist. None of those things take away what he did, which the biggest thing that differentiates him from Malcolm X, who's also brilliant, by the way, but is Martin Luther King did not advocate violence. That's it. That's part of it, because he's the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. That he read a lot of Gandhi and, of course, follower of Jesus. Doesn't mean he's not flawed, guys. Our leaders, if you got into their every private sin life of anyone you admire, including me, you'd probably be horrified. Okay? If I'm going to go into your mind and know about you, what God knows about you, what will I find? Probably some horrible incidents in your past. So calling out Martin Luther King's weaknesses, I don't think takes away from the incredible, rare, bizarre good he did. And he took a bullet for it and went to jail for it. So I don't know how many of you will stand on your values, even though you go to jail, even though you take a bullet, but I'm not going to criticize the guy that did. Okay. He's just head and shoulders above many of our leaders. And really, I don't think his legacy of what the civil rights movement, the scam artists and Democrats came in and took it over and just ruined so much of his work. But still, great man, great day. I'm thankful to have read Letter from a Birmingham Jail. I think he's amazing. Okay. Flaws don't take that away. But speaking of flaws, here's Fani Willis defending herself in a black church. And I'm going to do a lot of eye rolling in this thing. So prepare yourself. All this black race card stuff, it doesn't work on me. I'll explain a little bit, but let's watch.
I'm a little confused. I appointed 3 special counsel, as is my right to do. Paid them all the same hourly rate. They only attacked one. I hired one white woman, a good personal friend and great lawyer.
So she's bringing up that she hired a diversity of lawyers, but we only attacked the black lawyer. That would be Nathan Wade, implying that I only attacked him because he was black. That is a useful excuse done by lazy thinkers like Fani Willis. It doesn't work on me, okay? I'm not here to impress you with my civil rights record. But you will not address what you did, which is being a home record of sleeping with that, if we're going to go race, with that black guy, and you destroyed his family.
And I hired one black man, another superstar, a great friend, and a great lawyer.
A great lawyer who had never addressed a felon in his life. Now, here's a great post by one of my favorite black thinkers is Larry Elder. And he wrote this on Martin Luther King Day, where Martin Luther King is saying, judge a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character. And then there's the Department of Equity and Inclusion lady with her hands on her hips. Wrong, because Martin Luther King stands against everything Fani Willis is saying in this speech, in this church. And she calls down the name of God. How dare you?
First thing they say, oh, she gonna play the race card now.
How did I know you were going to play the race card? Because you're a Democrat. Right-wing blacks do not play the race card. Content of character, not the color of your skin. She's going to emphasize the color of her skin is the cause of her problems over and over again, not sleeping with a married man, not having him bill for 24 hours worth of work in a row, which is illegal and impossible, not her scam of going after Trump for political reasons and being a useful idiot of George Soros and the Marxist left. This church, all these people sitting around her, I would not sit on a stage with her and have my faith be used, have my color or ethnicity or culture be used to defend this. This is a shame on all y'all.
But no, God, isn't it them who's playing the race card when they only question one? Isn't it them playing the race card when they constantly think, I need someone from some other jurisdiction in some other state to tell me how to do a job I've been doing almost 30 years?
Oh, here comes the headline. I love anytime someone goes into a black church, everyone starts stopping. They go like, suddenly it's like, and let me tell you, can I have a witness? Can anybody have a witness out there? Suddenly everyone goes, she changes the way she talks. She never talked this way. I've seen other interviews with her. She doesn't talk this way. And she's praying to God at the beginning of each. She goes, why God? Lord, why? Lord, why? This is the depth of their Christianity, is I can walk in there and just go and do this suddenly. This is degrading to these people to go and talk this way and try to emulate what this is a black cultural civil rights way of doing it. I've seen Hillary Clinton do it.
I don't feel no ways tired. I come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me that the road would be easy. I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me. And we know if we finish this march, what awaits us. St. Paul told us in the letter to the Galatians, let us not grow weary in doing good, for in due season we shall reap if we do not lose heart. The brave men and women of Bloody Sunday did not lose heart.
Obama would do it. Man, they go into a black church and they turn it on because they think you're stupid.
God, why don't they look at themselves and just be honest? I mean, can't they keep it 100 with themselves? Come on. Why are they so surprised that a diverse team that I assembled, your child, can accomplish extraordinary things?
Would never say that you can't accomplish extraordinary things. I can say with your attitude, you can't accomplish extraordinary things. And we love seeing minorities succeed. I love seeing Clarence Thomas on the Supreme Court as one of my lifetime heroes. Poor, raised in absolute racist poverty in the South, and achieved the highest office, not because he was black, but because he was a great, incredible man, a great mind. I just want to compare that to Fani here, who's claiming victimhood. She will lose. She will always lose. It will never work if you keep blaming your problems on your externals.
God, wasn't it them that attacked this lawyer of impeccable credentials? The black man I chose has been a judge more than 10 years, run a private practice more than 20, represented businesses in civil litigation. I ain't done, y'all. Served as a prosecutor, a criminal defense lawyer, special assistant attorney general, won Chief Justice Robert Benham Award from the State Bar of Georgia. You know, they ain't just giving this to black men. How come, God, the same black man I hired was acceptable when a Republican in another county hired him and paid him twice the rate? Come on. Oh, y'all ain't hear me. Come on.
This is obfuscation and BS. She's hiding in a church. That's why she made this first defense in a church and not out in the press with the public. She's trying to get Christian cover. And all these Christians that are watching a woman who destroyed a marriage by sleeping with a married black man. That's what they're all looking at. None of them will call it out. By the way, at my church, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're white. If you stand up at my church and are calling out to God and going, God, why are they all after me, a white guy? Why are they all after me, white guy? I'd be the first to raise my hand and go, you slept with a married woman who was corrupt and billed for 24 hours in a 24-hour work period. And you're corrupt and working against the people you claim to help. That's what I would do. Where's the people of character in this congregation to provide a sister soldier moment where they stand up and go,
In another county, the elected official has the authority to pay him twice the rate. Why is the white male Republican's judgment good enough, but the black female Democrats not?
I hear a lot of black, white. I don't hear anything about the content of her character. I don't hear anything about the guy that she hired, where they are billing the government, then going on Caribbean cruises and trips to Florida. No mention of that. These people are going to applaud it.
I don't care political party. They care about it.
Bull crap. You care about political party. If Trump was a Democrat, you would not be prosecuting him, because this is all politics. We've proven it over and over again, and we know it. You treat him different.
Lord, now I want to be clear. All three of these special counselors are superstars. But I'm just asking God, is it that some will never see a black man as qualified, no matter his achievements?
She's going, is it because black man never gets recognized regardless of his achievements? No, we love seeing black people with achievements. They kick butt. We celebrate them. It is a strength of America. In spite of much racism many black conservatives have faced, that they would still achieve top rank, I think is a huge credit to our society, not a blight on it. That she's going to God and praying once again. I never prayed that way to God. You won't see me using God and going, God, please take out Biden and install Trump in your name. That is not how I pray. When I pray to God, first of all, I'm face down on the floor. I'm terrified. I'm begging him for forgiveness of my sin, not even the other party. I'm sitting there going, God, what is in me? What is wrong with me? That's what a real prayer of a confessing Christian sounds like. Not this fake BS at this fake BS church. This is politics, guys. Call it out. Don't fall into the fear of their cultural diversity, equity, and inclusion that's made to make you feel like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Fani. I didn't realize we got this wrong. No, you're a homewrecker.
Lord, you're flawed, hard-headed, and imperfect child. I'm a little confused.
You're not confused. She didn't mean it when she said you're flawed and imperfect child. Is that what you call home wrecking? Flawed and imperfect? Well, she still will not confess what she did in public. This is obfuscation. This is the opposite of repentance. She's not sorry. There was no apology here. And now we're going to end on the worst thing I could possibly bring up, which is LBJ. A quote, during one trip, LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, was discussing his proposed civil rights bill with two governors, explaining why it was so important to him. And he said it was simple. I'll have them ends voting Democrat for 200 years if I give them this welfare money. He ended up breaking up the black family by having government be the man of the house instead of the black man. The black man, they used to have a normal two-parent family household. They had more private businesses before Lyndon Baines Johnson than after. That is, they ran their own businesses. They ran their own families. You did not have the rampant crime you have today and the destruction of the black family, which they culturally went in and destroyed. Democrats did it. They think they own you and have you in their pocket. It's disgusting. Let's get back to Martin Luther King Jr., the Reverend. We judge people, whites and blacks, by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. And Fani Willis, I don't care if you were albino white, you're a fraud, you're political, and there's no justice in your system. You're corrupt. I'm Doug in Exile.